there's not even any clutch material left on the, well, see how the plastic part's actually, it's broke out of the casing. It's about to break. It's a 10R140 out of a 2020, I believe, yeah. 2020 F250, and it come in here doing some crazy stuff. Didn't have a lot of line pressure. From the looks of what we're seeing inside of this thing, it's not gonna be good. So let's tear it down, see what we can find. That's a brand new filter. We just put that in the other day when we put a pump in it. So this thing, when it first came in, we had line pressure problems, so we originally did a pump trying to correct this thing. Did not correct it. We still got line pressure problems, so don't know what we're looking at. Maybe a blown seal, maybe even something with this valve body. See how these are different than the 8mm? We're going after the 8s. Main connector there. Always like to use the pan, put the valve body in. There's our valve body. We're just gonna set this to the side for now. Generally like to go through the internals because it'll give you a good indication of what to be looking for whenever you do go into the valve body. Our seal. All right, so Ford, you know, they want us to buy different sockets. So notice here we have some inverted Torx instead of 8mm because they want me to go to the freaking toolbox, I guess. What are we looking for them two?
What size was it?
A E10. It can't be no regular old 10. It's got to be an E10.
Can to pull it out too? Yes, it will.
It won't fit.
Put the 10 on it, see if it won't come out there.
Hold back out. Hold back out there. You made it sound so convincing, dude. You made it really sound like that was a thing.
You really gonna listen to me?
So this is the transmission pump on the 10R140. It's not located where they normally are. We got a gear here that is turned off of another gear that's in the front support. Now we got to swap back from our E10 to a regular 8mm because why not? All we're doing here is getting these speed sensors out of the way so they don't contact anything when we pull it up through the transmission. It's there, holds our bolts. Sometimes. Just the more, right? So this here in the front is the front support. We're going to dislodge it with our special tool here. Sure. We see a lot of damage with this bushing here. This one here looks real nice and pretty. We got a one-way here, and surrounding that one-way we have our B clutches. We'll get to those here shortly. So these are our A clutches. Right, there we go. There's our rear planet. Now we're going to get away from here with this thing. A little up and down movements, okay. Should be no side to side on the bearing. These things are real notorious for failing on these bigger trucks. Basically like our whole assembly on the 10-speed units, 60s, 80s, 140s, all of them are pretty much identical, just difference in size. Thing right here holds this outer shell onto all the internal parts. All this should slide right apart. We've got one of our front planetaries. Same thing on our bearings. Look okay. One of our 15 sun gears. I can tell you right off the rip, by looking at these, you see these right here? This is the CDF drum. These are the F clutches. They should not be near that much play in those. I'm guessing, I'm taking a guess here, that we're probably going to see a CDF transmission moved. So outer shell, 10R80s, these beat out really bad. 140s, almost never seen them beat out. So. Here we have another planetary. This one's also somewhat notorious for failing. We should see no side to side. Up, down is okay. No side to side. I believe they updated this one from a 4-planet. We have 4 planet gears to a 6 gear. So that's something we're definitely going to update on this one. Alright, so we got whatever this thing is. More planets. That's a lot of play there. I was just going to check this before we start. I'm curious.
Gotta get the A's.
A good clutch clearance on the F clutches, I believe, I'd have to look it up, but I think it's around 60, 65,000, something like that. I'd guess this one's gonna be well over 100. Well, not as bad as what I was thinking. That 0 is roughly about 80 thousandths. See what they look like. There's our seals that ride inside on this bushing, and that bad boy has not moved. Look at that. F clutches take 3 snap rings because for some reason Ford decided that one wasn't going to be enough. So you have outer, a middle, and this one here is going to be the inner. There's our F clutches. And yeah, I was correct. They are definitely 100,000% smoked. See the discoloration on the steel. See how hot the friction. See, this is a decent friction. This is what one looks like when it gets burnt. So the F clutches are smoked. I can probably attribute that to line pressure, but keep tearing down, see if we find anything else. So these in here, these little ones, I believe are called the D clutches. I always get the D's and the C's mixed up because the C's and D's are off the side. I think the little ones are the D's. Those look great. Nothing wrong, no problems there. And then we have one more. And this little bad boy here is the apply plate for the D clutches. Might be the C, don't hold me to that bad boy. And then these in here I think are called the C's. Those feel smoked too.
Why did the customer bring the truck in?
It wouldn't go hardly. Wouldn't hardly move. And so that was something I watched on the scanner and on a, well, not the scanner because these do not have a line pressure sensor. I watched it on a mechanical gauge and it would go, sometimes it'd be 300 PSI, other times it would be 60 PSI, which is not good. You definitely want at least a solid 200, 300 PSI out of this thing. Look there, another set of clutches, absolutely smoked, destroyed. You can see how bad those steels are. Definitely gonna be getting new clutches and steels in this one. Here's our drum. Usually we see this bushing in here on the inside start to walk. Doesn't look like this one will walk to me. Yeah, see we got a gap in between them two. I don't believe that's gonna be our issue. We got 4 sealing rings here on this thing. These on the 140s typically don't go bad unless, you know, that bushing really walks. All those look okay. Next thing is our E-clutches. Our input shaft, we want to make sure we are double checking all of these seals on the input shaft, make sure there's no cuts, no tears, anything that could be causing this thing not to be a line pressure. I really think we're going to be looking at a sticking valve in the pump after seeing all of this, or not in the pump, in the valve by itself. Got some more seals here. We'll make sure we check all of those. I don't see any problems with any of those. And then we got 3 more at the back on this one. All those look fine as well. Alright, this here is our E-clutches. And to get this loose, we actually have to put this in a press. So, here's our outer piston and inner piston here. If you want to get those apart, we just pry them apart. This one here is a molded piston. See the seal on the back. We cannot service. We actually just replaced the whole piston. So there looks okay as well. That's going to be a problem there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I found it. Guys. These are supposed to just normally come off. Look how paper thin that is. You can see where it's like domed on the inside of it. Gone. Bad.
Gone after gone.
Golly. Look at that. There's not even any clutch material left on the piece of metal. It's done like egg shaped up. I might have to cut them off.
Smoke.
Absolutely destroyed. I'm kind of accumulating all that to the low line pressure. That definitely make it smoke some clutches quick. This truck's on like 38, I think like 38-inch bud grabbers, and the tune is pretty pretty spicy. Yeah, she's like a bad night at the Mexican place kind of spicy. You know, it's tough. So definitely on this one, we'll be not offering a warranty unless we do a retune for sure, because I cannot stand behind something this quick.
You cracking the safe?
So our last set of clutches up here are B clutches. We're gonna take those apart and see what they look like as well. Oh yeah, look at that. But yeah, check me out. Got a little warm there. See the imprints. Definitely gonna need some B clutches as well. Back to the valve body, haven't seen a reason as to why those clutches have wore so bad. I also know I'm having line pressure problems, so kind of suspecting that we're gonna have something going on here with the valve body. This is the main harness for the whole transmission. That's your temp sensor. This is the main plug. We're just gonna go ahead and break it loose from all our solenoids. Valve body, if you didn't know, it controls the fluid pressure where it goes to each clutch pack. This basically is the electronic brain of your transmission. A lot of trash junk in here, but I don't see anything in any of the screens. Got all these little things, whatever you call these. So we did notice that this could have been done by me, but if you'll look at this line pressure solenoid, see how the plastic part's it's broke out of the casing. It's about to break. Pop it back in, but it just comes right back out. I don't know if that's our problem. Definitely something that we want to fix while it's here. Probably going to be doing a new valve body on this thing, but let's see. Pull this line pressure control solenoid out. Lock tight, lock tight, lock tight. Don't see anything in the screen. Screen on the end. Don't really see anything wrong with it other than that black, like I said, the plastic part is definitely broke on it. Here, one's here. One probably comes in here and comes out here. I can tell you right now that valve's stuck.
It looks a main regulator valve and a priority valve.
This is the main regulator valve here. Pulls fluid in, pushes fluid out. Right here on this valve. These two here are the two valves that associate for our line pressure. One is the main control and the other one is a priority valve. It's called a priority valve. I don't really know why they call it a priority valve. Let's pull them out and see what they look like. Shut the valve in, we put the keeper out. Let's see if we can get this valve out of here. That's just the cap that holds the valve in there. So looks good. No scoring, no marks inside of our valve, inside of our bore. Once again, no scoring. Don't see any problems with the valves here. Kind of probably gonna be chalking this up to either a bad line pressure solenoid or potentially some tuning problems. Like I said, I know the tune that is in it does not anywhere close to factory. Yeah, so we're gonna get some upgraded clutches, get some Rebestos GPZ clutches in this thing. Definitely a new valve body. We're gonna go ahead and do a new one just to be sure. And probably go ahead and do a overcapacity E-clutch. I know Suncoast makes an overcapacity E-clutch. Those were the worst ones I've seen on this unit. So we'll do that. I'm gonna talk with you about the converter and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing back going. But yeah, this is the process of how we tear them down, diagnose, figure out what's going on. Things first, like the video, subscribe, share, comment, yeah, all that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.